Udom Emmanuel unveils 12 areas of concentration for Eastern Obolo if elected governor. 5th edition of Akwa Ibom State Labour Summit holds today. Ona women flag up door-to-door campaign for Udom Emmanuel. Details shortly. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I guess you had a good night rest. Welcome to Channel 45 News at Dawn. I am Akaniene Upo. The People's Democratic Party gubernatorial candidate Mr. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel has revealed 12 areas he will concentrate if elected governor of Akwa Ibom State next month. The areas are agriculture, electricity, education, security, roads, and tourism, among others. Mr. Udom Emmanuel announced this at the St. Silas Primary School Okorat venue of the PDP rally in Eastern Obolo. He said that he will set up a faculty of engineering with a special bias in marine engineering, as well as take advantage of the vast expanse of sandy soil to cultivate coconut plantation with coconut processing industry for export of coconut products. Mr. Udom hinted that targeted electricity generation will be set up for Eastern Obolo and other riverine areas, while the Eastern Obolo is opened up for tourism expansion. He assured that piracy will be eradicated for security in the Eastern Obolo waters, while fishing and fish processing industries will receive his attention. The PDP governorship candidate promised to tackle unemployment and assured Eastern Obolo that boundary delineation has already been concluded by the Godswill administration and will be published before the governor leaves office.
The waters of Eastern Obolo will be very safe. Do you know what that will bring to Eastern Obolo? It will bring a fish processing industry by the special attention of our governor. Eastern Obolo is one of the best hospitals. That hospital will be part of the teaching hospital for Akwa Ibom State University.
The wife of the state governor, Mrs. Ekaito Norma Akwa Ibom said governance is a continuum. Describing Mr. Udom Emmanuel as a man of integrity, he will continue with the uncommon transformation initiated by Governor Akpabio.
The governor don't treat Obolo people well. Everything where una demand, the governor don't give you. The one where the governor knows, the next governor go do am. But the governor say government is a continuum.
The General Udom Emmanuel Campaign Organization, described PDP as a symbol of peace and progress. He thanked the people of Eastern Obolo for identifying and keeping faith with the PDP. The state chairman of the PDP, Obong Polekpo, said PDP is grounded on justice, equity and fair play, and urged the people of Eastern Obolo to keep faith with the party.
I get to ask to support the candidate. I told you he'll be, and that I had a good product. His name is Chief Fabio. Did he do well? Today I am bringing a even better than one.
Of course, Eastern Obolo has assured us that there is no flag. So these ones that are carrying the broom, can you all come out here? Since your prayer life. There are people who for anybody. We are producing professors, engineers, doctors, and now the broom technology. I meet you with this umbrella.
The State Deputy Governor, Lady Valerie Ebe, described the party as gender-friendly and inclusive, while an indigene of the area and commissioner for urban renewals, Desi Ubulum, described the candidacy of Ms. Udom Emmanuel as a revelation of God's mystery unraveled at the appointed time for the progress of Akwa Ibom State. Others who spoke include candidates for the Eket Senatorial District, Chief Nelson Effiong, candidate for Ikoraba Simpainin and Isunobolo Federal Constituency, Mr. Francis Charles Uduyo, and that of the State Constituency, Mr. Udwa Odudo.
I want to thank in a very special way those people who came now and laid down their broom and said they are now PDP. PDP! I want to believe that president has gone through Akwa Ibom State, and within all the years to come, people in Akwa Ibom State will continue to grow higher and higher and higher.
The Udom Emmanuel and Moses Eko campaign rally for next month's gubernatorial elections in Ibesikpo Sultan local government area took a different dimension. Celestine Ekwere, who covered the rally, reports that it was more of a carnival. This report.
The Udom Emmanuel Moses Eko campaign in Ibesikpo Sultan local government area, being the 30th in the series, so far was more of celebration with songs and dances than the usual talking and campaigning for votes expected in most political campaign environments. When personalities in the campaign team stood up to address the people, they told the same line of singing and dancing first before delivering their messages. The Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, an indigene of Ibesikpo Sultan local government area, Prince Uwem Ita Aituk, addressed the people this way. The state PDP chairman, Obong Paul Ekpo, took his turn, followed by Otoko Idawasenkara, Director General of Udom Emmanuel Moses Ekpo Campaign Organization. The wife of the state governor, Mrs. Ekaite Unoma Akpabio, chaired by the people, especially women who formed a greater percentage of the turnout. The PDP governorship candidate in the state, Mr. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel, flanked by his wife, Martha, and running mate Moses Ekpo, sang and delivered a message of hope to the people. High point of the event was the presentation of the governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, his running mate, Obong Moses Ekpo, and federal constituency candidates, as well as House of Assembly candidate, Elder Eniekan Uko, to the people by the state party chairman, Obong Paul Ekpo.
The State Deputy Governor, Lady Valerie Ebe, has commended elders of Uyo local government area on their decision to liberate the area from its hitherto political minority and opposition status. Lady Ebe made the commendation when the Uyo elders, under the auspices of Uyo Elders Advisory Council, called on her. Colonel Lady Mefreti reports that the elders were led by their leader, Dr. Valentine Atta. The report is here presented.
Delighted to note the efforts of the Uyo Advisory Committee in educating the people of the area on political interest and alienation, noting that the success of the endeavors would enhance greater empowerment of indigents of the area as well as represent it politically. She gave kudos to the leader of the group, Dr. Valentine Attah, for the initiative and tasked the elders to strive to educate the youths of the area to correct what she described as abnormal thoughts which made them tend to support opposition. The governor, who took time to outline the benefits of being part of the winning political team, urged the people to support the PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, to succeed Governor Fabio as preached by the elders, even as she assured them that with such support, the area will be blessed.
It is true that since 2007, we have been in the forefront of this business. And as a rightful Uyo daughter that I am the last person to play a double role at any time and within any organization. That is why, as my brother rightly said, we have supported Gospel Fabio from the beginning, because as a daughter of a man whose eyes was open, I knew where to go. Right. Seeing you sit down quietly, looking at the situation, and when the right time comes, you say enough is enough. Let us go and get ourselves together and correct these mistakes.
Earlier, the Uyo Advisory Committee's leader, Dr. Valentine Attah, had informed Lady Ebe that the elders of Uyo, whom he described as seasoned sons and daughters of the area, vested in politics, had taken upon themselves the task of educating their brethren and reorientating them on political interest to ensure that the area gets liberated from the opposition clause for its sustainable development and meaningful empowerment of its indigents. Dr. Attah, who is also the chairman of State Hospitals Management Board, revealed that the group had already begun a door-to-door campaign in that regard, while it identifies with the PDP candidates from the area in their campaigns. He said with Uyo United under the PDP and Mr. Udom Emmanuel as the governor, the area will no longer feel marginalized. Dr. Attah called on indigents of Uyo to ensure that they collect their voters card from INEC to enable them cast their vote at the February 14th and 28th elections.
We are a united front under one umbrella, large enough to accommodate all of us as a family.
Members of the group included Obong Ekiko, Obong Enefiowa, Obong Wanudokbo, Barrister Enoyang, and Chief Austin Ikpe took time to talk on the historic opposition role of Uyo in party politics and its adverse effects on the development of the area and its people, as well as their resolve to change its status. They called on the people to vote Mr. Udom Emmanuel and all the PDP candidates at the elections to make Uyo relevant.
Oron, comprising the 5 local government areas of Oron Federal Constituency, have reaffirmed their commitment to vote Mr. Udom Emmanuel as the next governor of the state. Rising from a meeting with Mr. Udom Emmanuel, the youth leaders, numbering more than 300, maintained that Udom Emmanuel possessed the right pedigree to move the state to the next level. Correspondent reports that the meeting took place in Uyo.
Comrade moved a motion for the adoption of Udom's aspiration said the governorship candidate has surrounded himself with like minds and has built trust in the minds of the people. He explained that with the Pickett senatorial district in the saddle, the people stood a chance benefiting from dividends of democracy.
We stand here today to move a motion for the adoption of Emmanuel and Joe Gabriel Udom as the only government in our nation.
Udom Emmanuel has entered into a covenant with youths and urged him to work towards fulfilling his promises when sworn into office. He will do the youths in the state are exposed to better opportunities. Ethnicity and segregation that is fast destroying the fabrics of the nation. He said that irrespective of tribe and geographical boundaries, the should regard themselves as one and strive towards another.
Some of them to a point, but once I come in, I'll look at those who are there. Those that we can even fast track, we will fast track to make them permanent secretary.
High of their resolution to the governorship hopeful. In another producer of a program, Apostle Samuel Joshua announced Mr. Udom Emmanuel as his for 2018. His team has met for year 2014. They candidate the most eloquent and focused brand. Mr. The award at NTAUU as readiness to remain steadfast and committed to the well-development of the state, and dedicated the award to the state for their support and solidarity to his aspiration.
Senior participants of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College in Jaji have arrived at the state for a one-week tour on the theme Exploring the Agricultural Potentials of the State for Sustainable Socio-Economic Development. The 54 participants who are on site seeing of areas of interest are directed by the Director of Administration in the Office of the Secretary to State Government, Mrs. Jessie Eku, and some staff of the office. Arriving at the Tropicana Entertainment Center, the Special Advisor, Engineer Tidinyang, Engineer Wemeto, received the participants alongside the representatives of Silverbed Groups who showed them around. Engineer Yang said the Tropicana is sited on an 82-hectare of land with a mall, a shopping mall, a cineplex, a hotel, and a convention center, and a theme park, which is made up of wet and dry parks as its components. The representative of Silverbed's Group, Mr. Jonathan Atai, explained that the Tropicana serves as a relaxation center and economic hub of the state. He informed participants that the shopping mall has 90 shops awaiting commissioning, adding that it will also provide job opportunities for more than 500 people in the state. At the Akwa Ibom Stadium complex, his consultant and project manager, Engineer Basi, who took the participants around the stadium, explained that the 30,000-seater capacity facility has already hosted 2 games. Responding, one of the participants said the knowledge gained will be put to use in their briefs. In case you're just tuning in, it's Channel 45 News at Dawn. We now take a break. We'll be right back. Please stay.
Gabriel Emmanuel is elected as the flag bearer of for the gubernatorial election come 2015. By the grace of the PDP, Udom Emmanuel to fly this in Akwa Ibom State to come back as the governor under PDP, our flag. Thank you. May God bless you and give you good success. Udom is right and fast. For Udom is the best. For Akwa Ibom said, Udom is right and fast. Behold our next governor.
You're welcome back. We, our local government area, have flagged off a door-to-door campaign in support of the People's Democratic Party governorship candidate, Ms. Udom Emmanuel, and other candidates of the party in next month. The exercise began with a carnival float in major streets of the local government. The President Now women, among one patient Ukpa, called on women to be resolute in their support for PDP, describing Udomi Emmanuel as the best choice for Akwa Ibom people. She also encouraged the women to vote and Goodluck Jonathan to continue transforming the country, and lauded Governor Godswill Akpabio and wife for according women a pride of place in his administration. The chairman of Ona local government, Mr. Fort Sunday, urged Ona women to be steadfast in their support for PDP and advised them to discharge their franchise at the elections. Mr. Sunday also called on the people of Ona to rally round one of their own, Udomi Emmanuel, to succeed in governorship elections next month.
Amakem Hussein Edap Michaita 28th of February.
The PDP Ona Women Chapter leader, Mrs. Comfort Omoite, emphasized the need for people to be properly guided in the choice of those to represent them and to vote for continuity and consolidation which PDP represents. She thanked the leadership of PDP in the state for ensuring equity, fairness and justice in PDP succession plans. Others who also spoke candidate Otuekong Sesien and House of Representatives candidate Dickiness Owido Ekbotai. Rounded off its tour of wards in Ika with an assurance from the people that they are the People's Democratic Party candidates in next month's general elections. The campaign team, comprising political stakeholders from Abak, Etimekbo, Ika local government areas making up the federal constituency, was led by the Director General, Mr. Mo Iboate. Completes the story.
It was a show of solidarity and support for the People's Democratic Party and its candidates in next month's general elections as the people of Ika in various wards visited, turn out in their numbers to accord the team a warm reception. The people, through their speakers, pledged, reaffirmed, and promised to cast their vote for President Goodluck Jonathan, Governor Godswill Akpabio as Senator, Udomi Emmanuel as Governor, and also threw their weight behind the re-election of Mr. Emmanuel Ekun and Gabriel Toby for House of Representatives and Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. The wards visited were Ika Urban Ward 2, during which the ward chairman, Francis Usara, local government chairman, Xavier Onyekere, party elder, Mfano Dawson, women leader, Mary Dominic, and youth representatives of Onimeakwan assured PDP of total support.
Remember, because of the media, I get PDP the government, so the government give them pumping.
At Ika Urban Ward 2, the people turned out in large numbers to assure the PDP their support in next month's election. The village head of Ikorokam, Chief Fidelis Thompson, who spoke on behalf of the village council members, thanked the campaign team for according respect to traditional institutions and pledged to mobilize their subjects to vote for PDP. At St. Patrick Primary School, Rainyang, venue of the rally for Ika Urban Ward 1, women, elders, youth roll out drums to support the party. The village head of Ntomfom, Chief Sunday Udodin, the Special Assistant to the Governor on Religious Matters, Katkis Beatus Udofia, Chairman of Ika Local Government, Xavier Onyekere, women and youth commended Governor Akpabio for the uncommon transformation of the state, saying that there is no need for a change in direction.
Awika akoro ke mo benefit ke. Ito kala gospel aburo pa bi otonge 27 to 20 for me. Yonke dodong ndambo ka dodong. Inye yekwela mnem kwa free and compulsory education. Alo suppose to need them.
At Achan Ward 1, it was a carnival of sorts as various cultural troops trailed the team. The Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Wemedi Monwoko, who lays his speech with songs, said every vote from the ward will be given to PDP. At Achan Ward 2, Ika, traditional fathers led by the village head of Ntaudo, Chief Jumbo Upongete, Ward Chairman Mr. John Etogokman, women leader Dikines Nsebong Achibong, and Nsima Etogeren for Youth maintain that the re-election of Mr. Emmanuel Ekon and Gabriel Toby will deepen democratic governance and further attract dividends of democracy to the people. The last port of call of the tour was at St. John Catholic School, Ikorokpan Okure, Achan Ward 3, during which the traditional fathers, elders, women, and youth drummed support for the success of PDP in next month's election. In each of the ward visited, the Director General of the campaign committee, Mr. Mo Iboite, presented Mr. Emmanuel Ekon and Gabriel Toby to the people, solicited vote for PDP candidates. The member representing Abak Federal Constituency, Mr. Emmanuel Ekon, and representatives of Etimekbu Ika State Constituency, Gabriel Toby, commended the people of Ika for their show of love and called on them to continue to support PDP. They promised to attract more dividends of democracy to the constituency and solicited vote for the ruling People's Democratic Party in February polls.
The next governor of Akwa Ibom State. I've already taken Udem Emmanuel.
Come Bogo Sibami, Pong, Mopegua, Eddie Najuru, Mojakom, Yito, Yakaka, and
Etienne Ibanga reporting.
Organized by the Nigeria Labour Congress in collaboration with the Trade Union Congress, holds today, January 29, 2015 at Akwa Ibom Hall, IBB Avenue, Uyo, by 9 o'clock in the morning. The summit is a rendezvous where labour leaders, past and present, gather to meet minds with government and employers on issues of common interest. This year, government in transition, imperative for paradigm shift, and will have as chief guest of honor. Special feature of this year's summit is the interaction of labor leaders with the gubernatorial candidates from all parties in the state. The summit will also discuss and take critical decisions on such issues as the refunds of contributory pensions, the ongoing by NOLGE and NUT in the state, National Housing Fund, and plans by the state government to implement a new tax regime. Doysian has received the report of pension harmonization. While receiving the committee's report in her office, Mrs. Udosin noted with satisfaction the in-depth and detailed nature of the report and lauded the committee members for bringing their professional expertise to bear on the assignment. The head of civil service expressed the hope that once implemented, the would go of our senior citizens, especially permanent secretaries who retired before 1st of May 2007 and who left the service before 1st of May 2012. The chairman of the committee and permanent secretary, Department of Establishments, Mr. Israel Udofa, said there were over 17,470 pensioners in the state as of October 2014, whom government paying over 832 million naira monthly. Some retirees earn as low as 1,000 naira monthly pension. The President and her appointment as acting Broadcasting Corporation. A statement jointly signed by the President, Mary Essien, and the Secretary, Mary Patience Obo, says the government is divinely ordained. The great Mrs. Udofia, and prayed God to grant her the wisdom and good health to discharge her duties effectively. It also thanked Governor Godswill Akpabio for finding Mrs. Udofia fit to be of the corporation. The Nigeria Union of Journalists will today hold elections into various offices of the chapel. The offices are that of the chairman, vice chairman, secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, and financial secretary. 8 candidates are vying for the various offices. A statement signed by a member of the electoral body and deputy director editorial, Mr. Hussein Ekanem, says the election will hold at the AKBC TV newsroom in Takenyang by 9 o'clock this morning. INEC, Professor Tahiru Jega, has met with captains of both 26 political parties in Nigeria. In our foreign news segment, the report.
So Jega was meeting with the party representatives as a prelude to general elections coming up next month. In their interaction, the chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, Mr. Yunusa Tanko, the agitation by some people who were asking the electoral body to shift the elections by at least 1 month. Mr. Tanko, however, urged INEC to appoint the government for preparation of a holiday to enable eligible voters who were yet to collect do so before the elections. Responding, he said he was positive that the government would overcome its challenges before the February elections. He also said INEC was working assiduously to ensure that the elections are free, fair, credible.
In particular, urging Nigerians to be patient with the delays in the distribution of the cards, but to also remain resolute in coming out to collect their permanent voters' cards.
On the foreign scene, a Sudanese militia group has freed 280 child soldiers as part of the wider deal to release about 1,000 underaged fighters. The release was negotiated by UNICEF, and more releases are expected in the coming week. According to UNICEF, about 12,000 have been forcefully recruited by armed groups in Sudan over the past years. They were recruited into an armed group that has now made peace with the government.
The pastor, so that I know the Bible.
In labor, military killing at least 9 people, including 5 foreigners. 7 men stormed the Corinthia Hotel and opened fire while a car burned nearby. A militant group of the Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the attack. A tweet linked to the group says the attack was in revenge for the death of a Libyan who was suspected of involvement in the bombing of 2 U.S. embassies in East Africa in 1998. Libya has been unstable since the overthrow of a long-time ruler, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, in October 2011. Former Barcelona and Real Madrid attacker Luis Figo has joined the list of candidates challenging Sepp. The FIFA set the deadline for candidates for the upcoming elections for 29th January 2015. Figo entered the race just before the deadline and says he is determined to change the image of the world football's governing body.
You can online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45. We are on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. To end the news, a look at the top stories. The state PDP gubernatorial candidate Mr. Udom Emmanuel has unveiled 12 areas he will concentrate in Eastern Obolo local government if elected governor. Ms. Udom Emmanuel unveiled the agenda at the rally in Isnobolo. And we also brought a report that Ona women have flagged off a door-to-door campaign for Udom Emmanuel. That's a package this Thursday morning. Thanks so much for being there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning.